Hello there, this is Cookies. I have turn 44, I believe, of EA Machaka. You can see we're still doing Twiceborn, still getting gold, so we can recruit mages, doing arcane probing. Found a magic site, which is an overgrown graveyard, one death, one nature. And we do have a few fights this turn. So in Love and Dallin, we have Femoria. The Femoria AI is striking out the raiding party, along with this guy with the million items. I really want to kill him and loot his items. I didn't know they came in Air 3 Death too. Oh no, he's got the shield. That's right. And then we've got Hinam breaking out and killing the barbarians. Blessing the sacreds, I think. Maybe. They should have been on hold and attack. Alright. So they clear off their barbarians, and so we know there's 13 rough fights there. In Midland, we go to lock down the fort again. So we've got a band of sacreds. The elephants are intermixed. Hopefully to HP sync the elephants and raise their morale using these sacreds. So we go ahead and put it back under siege. And then Femoria attacks Stonegrave Mountains with a barbarian chief. Going into 1 PD. And does he... Yeah, he does get killed. And... Alright. So we end up getting some unrest, but we also get an enormous cauldron of broth, which is pretty nice. I can send that to Berytos so he can mass some of his Seer production. Get some glamour gems, and we lose Dominion. Alright. And then we get a hero. So this is our new hero, Lady of Spiders. She's Earth 3, Death 3, Glamour 2. So she can make the Glamour booster, she can make hammers, she can make all sorts of stuff. Pretty great hero. Has a shape changer or spider form. So first thing she's going to do is make a hammer for us. Maybe we can get forging online. We're distilling more gold. Getting a Mound King to lead some of our stuff. Doing Twiceborn on this Buddha, because I still haven't figured out that our Buddha don't come back when they die. That feature was still bugged throughout the entirety of this game. Although there was a patch where it was said to be fixed, but it was not in fact fixed, or at least not fixed completely. So, but for this entire game, it's going to be bugged. So this is wasted gems. We're continuing construction on our palisade in terms of recruitment. Getting a few Rhino clan, but also getting more elephants. A hyena clan witch doctor. Some of the Machaka guys, and a voice of the lion. The elephants are because they can trample rough fight warriors. So that's their purpose. They're infinitely better than Rhino clan because they actually have a chance to kill a rough fight. In terms of what we're doing here, we have barbarians, the same sort of formation, just with the barbarians added, I think. And a little bit more mages, like this mage has joined. So we're going to go ahead and put Hinam under siege. Because, yeah, finally saw these borderlands, and it doesn't even seem like they care to lock down Hinam. So I'm going to go ahead and go do that. So, I don't know. It was kind of a weird theme for us for this game, where it just seemed like people didn't want to take land. So, like, we offered Hinam to Saramatia and Zabalba, but I think they took, I don't know, like 15 turns or like a month of real time before they even sent like a token force near it. And then we were offering provinces to Vanheim and Lanka, and they weren't taking them. Um, and all of this is to make us look a little less threatening on the graph. So we're trying to be within reason of the other teams. We don't want to get coalition because our path to victory involves not fighting another war if we can get away with it. Although at this point we were talking, Vanheim was calling in the favor because he did save us. So he wanted us to go fight Sarmatia and Lanka with him. I told him we needed to get a little bit more research, especially on my end, because my research is atrocious. And then we also needed to wrap up our sieges in Midland and Hinnom. So, and I told him to go ahead and wrap up Abyssia, because they're still around. Or at least have Lanka wrap up Abyssia. And then when we did that, we could go jump on Sarmatia and Zabalba. So, yeah, so that's kind of what we're thinking there. But yeah, we don't want to pull a Femoria and get like 50% ahead of everyone. So we are trying to be reasonable with what territory we keep and take. In terms of income, though, we are doing pretty well. We're, Berytos is in second. I'm middle of the pack. My lands just aren't very rich, even though I have a fair number of provinces. But in terms of gem income, I'm doing pretty well. So I'm in the top half. And so is Berytos. Berytos just moved into there as well. So we're doing pretty well in gem income. And then we see blood economy is taking off. All the teams have a blood nation, so we shouldn't be concerned about that. I know Berytos was concerned that other people would think the Berytos late game was too strong, but I don't think it was too concerning, or he should have been too concerned, because there's still Zabalba and you have Lanka. Both of them are huge blood powers, and then you've got Illwinter from Niflheim. So, I mean, you can see the research here. So us fighting Sarmatia will demand a little bit better than this research. Like, if they're fighting us with 7s and 8s, and we've got like 3s, 4s, and maybe a 5, we're just not going to be competitive. So we do need a little bit more research. There's a point where they might have a couple of 9s or a few 9s that would be really decisive. But if we have, I don't know, 7s and 8s, we should be able to stay at least somewhat competitive, especially in the rating game. So we did want to hit mid-game magic, and you can see Berytos and I are, like, we don't, of all the remaining teams, we're the only team that doesn't have a player kind of like separating from the pack in terms of research, like Muspelheim and Vanheim. So in terms of army size, Berytos is up there. I'm also kind of up there, but the quality is probably not there compared to something like Niflheim or Vanheim. So yeah, so like, hopefully that gives a better idea. But yeah, we're gonna go lock down Hinnom, and then I'm gonna go retake Levendalen. That's staying Fomorian for very long. And then Berytos is going to go ahead and move on to Midland and hopefully finish up that siege. And then we see the sieges continuing here. And yeah, because our path to victory, we're thinking, is still, all these thrones are still independent. Like Niflheim and Muspelheim haven't taken any of them. And then we've got these 2 thrones in our core territory, especially if we hold Levendalen. So we can try and pick those up. In terms of recruitment, I'm getting a voice of the spider. The goal of the voices of the spider, or how I'm going to use them, is I'm going to run them under the thrones to see what the thrones are. So that's what I'm hoping to do there. So we can pick and choose which ones we take first, so we actually derive good benefits from them. And then, yeah, continuing to do site searching, recruiting, send reinforcements up for this army, and construct this palisade. So I think that's it for this one, and I'll go ahead and see you in turn 45. Have a good one.